Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Health Day. No tires.
All right.
We are going to start with a little stretch it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Who's leading this?
10.
I don't know. Got it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We all can't count.
9.
Everyone
Everyone can count. Everyone can count.
That's right, yeah. That's what
I
it
guess
got.
Jamie doesn't want to be part of the team. So. He's still mad. 9, 10. He's still mad you can't be proud of him.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Go down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I got a taste of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, arms out. Circle 2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Boy, hey, come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like we're going backwards.
Okay. Arms across. 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, Q. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, God.
Come on.
9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Upside.
What do we do?
Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we got hands.
Send the shoulder blade.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You already reached this guy? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Good work, everyone.
All right, wait.
You got some more.
We got some more. That's right. Get well, thanks, guys.
I can't touch the
ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You about 4 more of those.
Nobody wants to do this.
Everyone should.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
There we go.
Camera better.
Let's see.
He's sitting there to have the camera down.
Yeah, camera on, Cameron.
Good Lord. So grateful and proud. Obviously, there are a lot of things I'm grateful for. But the more I thought about it, really, it's being back here. I read somewhere not too long ago that you spend like 90,000 hours of your life working. Yeah, sorry, but it is really nice to be able to come to a place every day that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And, I'm an old man, old AF. And I've worked,
Watch it, John.
I've worked in several places. And I can tell you, it's rare to have a place that's this much fun, where everybody gets along. And that's what I'm grateful.
Okay.
Shout outs. I've got one to Chris for helping me with, this is my first morning meeting and trying to figure out how to do some things yesterday. And he came in, and Chris is always extremely friendly and positive. And even before, as he was walking out the door, was like, if you have any questions, give me a call. Fortunately, I didn't have to bother him at home, but
I just turned my phone off.
thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Last night, Millie took first diving and set a PR. So that was really cool.
All right.
With my wife and my kids, homeschooling isn't always as delightful as one may think. It's been easy the first few years of it, but last night all three kids were pretty excited to read me a book in their own, their own age. That's cool. They're picking it up a lot faster this year than previously. It's exciting.
Impressive.
Cool.
Anyone else? Okay. Here's our improvement video of the day. Wow.
Yeah, just put down.
Hey, come on now.
You gotta close that bar on the left.
That bar on the left.
Hit the X at the bottom of the bar on the left.
Sweet, good. What's up?
My wife put some names on these, with some furniture stuff. So basically, it's a prototype drop-off area. Engineers can bring their parts over, drop it off, put their name on it. Unless it's going to customer service, then they can put the customer service tag on it. Grab the color that they need, what the part's going to be, and just leave it for powder coat.
This morning, I'm gonna work on cleaning up the USPS area. These bins are filthy and I think we can do better. All right, here's the after. I've still got the pallet here for our outgoing USPS boxes. And I've taken the bin and moved it above that pallet so that we can put our envelopes and padded mailers here. Open up the walkway, having those bins out of the way, taking the brackets off the wall. And I've moved the incoming bin down here.
Rice and coal here and fab. This part of the parking lot looks kind of trashy. We're gonna break down some of the stuff, throw some of these away, load this trailer up with these. Do it.
Heck yeah.
Just a couple little improvements today by labeling all these fixtures on the grid wall here.
Okay, we're gonna make an improvement today with our engine cover brackets. You can see we've got two different bins. We've got typically 3 different brackets per engine cover. These bins in the past have been heaping full. And so we ended up having to divide it into 2 different bins. What we're going to do now is move everything into 1 bin. And Ryan has designed these awesome dividers. And we'll place these dividers in these bins as such. And we can have all the brackets in 1 bin. Here's the end result. We've got our dividers riveted inside the bin now. See, each one of our brackets has its own space instead of all together, where we have to fish them out. These dividers are going to be really helpful. We're going to implement these also into our tube-in system for our hardware packs. So thanks for the design, Ryan. Great improvement.
So we're always having to pick up clamps and they fall, and we got no real good place, and it's a hassle, and it pisses people off, and it's. We feel like there could be a better place for that, right, Tim?
That's right.
All right, scrap this garbage that we're gonna turn into something useful for organizational purpose. We got this thing, I drilled some holes, 16 inches. And this is basically going to mount to the wall. And we will have a clamp station. So when you're done with your clamp, you hang it up here. When you're going to clamp something down, you grab a couple clamps, you're good to go. Boom. Yay, Morgan! Oh, wait, like this. Oh! Hey everyone, me here again. We're making a hook for a hammer and a grease gun over in powder coat. Here's a couple of pieces we grabbed out of the scrap bin, so we'll go ahead and tack those together.
Great improvements, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, today's before after is from Powder Coat. Travis, I couldn't tell if these are exactly the same area, but you can see that they now have their own place. They're much more compact and very good.
It is the exact same area, just with having that takedown before just makes it that much easier.
Visual control.
Nice. Well, and I also noticed, in the same amount of space, you could get more than you had before.
Yes.
Okay, the new SOP was done by John Schaefer himself.
Whoa.
By now, you all should have received an email regarding your ISOL registration for Dynamic HR. I have printed this SOP and put one on the break table. So if at a break or during your lunch, you want to try to get registered for that. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Jen is also registered. Mike came in and I was able to help him yesterday. So if there's any questions, let me know. After that's all done, there will be a separate app that you can download to your phone. But I found that when I registered and then tried immediately get in the app, that it hadn't kind of gone through yet. So if everyone gets registered, they'll get the SOP with the app. And I haven't played around too much with it, but this will be where you'll be able to get your pay stubs and everything, but it's also going to be the new place, which will also have to be another SOP, where you'll start submitting PTO requests.
Yes. Thank you. That an app we download?
Yes. The quote I found is, "A satisfied customer is the best business strategy of all." What I really like about that is we've been doing all this lean stuff, and it's making our lives easier, making everything more efficient. But the reason we're all here is the customer. The customer actually is the one that pays all of your paychecks. Brian and Daryl are just kind of cashiers. So everything we do, we want to do with the customer in mind, and knowing that when I'm making this product, I want to have the customer. When I'm, packaging it up, I want the customer to think, wow, this was well done, no damage, etc. So that's what I liked about this quote. Okay, today's topic is just-in-time inventory. Now, a lot of concepts in here, things we already talked about, but it's good to review and go over those things. Just in time inventory, just in time manufacturing kind of go hand in hand. And I talk a lot with my hands, so if I'm making you dizzy, I'm sorry. What is just-in-time inventory? A strategy that aims to reduce inventory costs and waste by keeping inventory levels as low as possible. What are the key principles of just-in-time inventory? First one is demand-driven production. Production is initiated only in response to actual demand. Anyone know what those demands are for us, for JCR? Customer goal. Customer orders, yes. Anyone else? Combine count. Those are your main two drivers. Just looking at Joe, I didn't think about engineers. Because engineers are they're gonna have this demand, they're making the prototypes and parts and stuff. But our main two drivers, fall production, are gonna be customer orders and combine. Small batch items. Smaller batch sizes are used to meet immediate demand, reducing the need for excess inventory. The small batch size, again, we talked about one piece flow. You're not going to do everything in a true one piece flow. We wouldn't get anything through the brake press if they had to change their settings on every little piece they did. But the smaller batch sizes, there's more flexibility. You know, we make, I don't know what the number is, but hundreds of different parts. You guys make hundreds of different parts, and the smaller batch sizes, the more different parts to meet the different customer orders, we can get out store. Continuous improvement. Continually seeking ways to eliminate waste, improve processes, and optimize production and delivery times. Again, by having the continuous improvement and be able to do everything more efficiently, you can get more out the door, you can be more flexible, and in the end, that leads to shorter lead times. Supplier collaboration. So this is obviously more on the purchase side, and Emily's not here, but an environment where you want to have less on hand and getting stuff more as you need it, and not stockpiling, boxes all over the place because, so we don't run out. You have to work very closely with your suppliers to make sure that, you're getting your goods on time on a regular basis. Because with shorter inventories, when you have problems, you have bigger problems as far as running out of stuff and not being able to get product out to the customers. And then the last key principle is the pull system. Production is based on a pull system where each stage of production only produces what the next stage requires, further reducing excess inventory. In a perfect world, just as brake finish something, fab would finish something, and everything is slow. Now, in a real world, that's not going to happen all the time. So we will probably, I talked to Brian, we'll probably have few areas where, you're filling an area, but then your customer fab and the robot and color code are pulling at the brake press complete stuff. But those will be much smaller than we're, used to, as far as we've been, having all kinds of stuff stack up. And then I think things get lost or things aren't necessarily done in order. And so that system, I think everyone will find is more efficient. Does just-in-time inventory mean zero inventory? Anyone? Oh, no. That's where Brian and I are going to go back and forth.
The right inventory.
The goal is to maintain optimal inventory levels that align closely with customer demand. Optimal levels of inventory are important because getting customers what they order quickly builds trust and loyalty. Again, back to the customer. We live in a world where people are used to being able to order something and have it yesterday. And so through this process, the better we can work to reduce those lead times, the happier customers we're going to have. And again, trust and loyalty is important to customers. It's a heck of a lot easy to continue to sell to a customer base than it constantly finding new customers. Too much inventory is expensive and may not sell, while too little inventory leads to long lead times and unhappy customers. There. Oops. It also helps optimize warehouse capacity and operational efficiency. I guess, yeah. Before I go there, before we get into questions, the last thing is, obviously, we make, hundreds of parts. So most of our finished end products to customers, zero inventory may be the profit there. But I think at some point, we'll probably try to get to a place where for those key products, they say, and this is probably true in our company, 80% of our revenue probably comes from about 20% of our products. There'll be some products that will say, hey, if we can try to stay on top of that and always be making to have two on the shelf, et cetera, that will reduce the lead times. So eventually we may get some of those finished goods on a combine system. Any questions?
I worked at a place that was one of the leanest companies in Europe. Like they had all kinds of awards, leanest and greenest. That was their favorite saying, because in English it rhymes and in German it doesn't. And we made these big, huge machines, injection molding presses, and they had these huge, giant, like steel posts that the machine would go up and down on. Right, there's these big pieces of metal with clamp, and those posts were delivered the morning of the day they were to be put in the machine. Every single day, the truck would come in, would drop those off, and then they would be delivered to the work site a half an hour before the person was there to assemble the machine. Like that's how just in time that particular building was. And it was for all of the parts for that machine, they arrived just in time. And it was incredibly stressful for me as an American to go over there because I spent 3 weeks at the factory, at the facility where this happened. And it was incredibly stressful. It's just like, is the truck going to show up today? Like, is the truck going to show up today? But they had such an amazing collaborative kind of partnership with their suppliers that every day that truck was there, every single day. And it was really cool to see that. So I don't know if like that's the direction that we're headed with purchasing and things like that, but it can be done, even though it's really scary.
Yeah, and like, with some things, we can do that. But again, the key, I think, is, again, reducing it, having a system in place to know when it's out, and just keeping those levels lower. So when we decide to make a change or something, we're not stuck with, hundreds of thousands of dollars in inventory that we no longer need. But it's a balancing act. There are certain things that would shut the company down, and we were talking about just the sealed air stuff for shipping. It's like, yeah, we've had these two totes longer than we probably need, but again, you want to err a little side of caution there, because if we run out, and then we go to order and it's, shipping for the most part, is shut down on most products. Um,
I
I'm,
listened to a story last night about a company that was buying like an exorbitant amount of product from this company, and they were buying more than they needed. Then when they went into their lean journey, they called the company and they said, "Hey, is there any way we can look at not ordering 10,000 of these every week?" And what ended up happening was this company that was supplying it got to where they were able to load level their plant because they weren't getting this crazy purchase order. And they were able to build everything as it was ordered instead of having any inventory. So the guy went to visit, he invited him to come visit his shop, and he walked him back in this area, and there was like 12,000 square feet of empty space. And he's like, "Well, what is this?" He said, "This is where we would store the inventory that we had to make for you when you were ordering the wrong quantities all the time. So when you guys got to where we could build, they gave them Kanban cards, so they would send a Kanban card with the driver. And then when they got back, they would build it, and then the next day they would show up with the inventory. And then on top of that, the employees started taking better care of the stuff in their facility because there was less of it. So that thing was more valuable because they weren't just everywhere. We gotta, well, you just
Okay.
exit, we should go to the next slide.
Great. Day department check-in.
Saw, surface two. What you guys got? Kind of beat job today on the saw.
Good. Laser.
ran good too. Got through well scheduled. Last night we were able to cut a few laminated sheets overnight. It's nice.
Cool. Servicing department, we had to do a little bit of work on the list night yesterday. We found a broken bolt. Casey and I were able to get it fixed and back up and running.
Excellent. Spray press.
Good. Got some shelves filled up, so.
Good.
Yeah.
I had a really good day yesterday, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're gonna try something new back there today, right?
Yep, gonna try something new back there with 3 people today.
Accounting, we're, into month end, although I spent way too much time putting the other slide. I'm not good at stuff like that. But, how about engineering?
Me personally, I felt kind of slow learning how to create part numbers all day yesterday. But I think I got through like 30. Lot, huge batch, but
Excellent.
Gives you appreciation for the other people that did it for you, right?
yeah.
I hate my life.
Customer service.
I think we're good. Yeah, yesterday was great.
Marketing.
Things are good. I looked up a new Avery sign for the engineer office yesterday, and first try, I got it up there level.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it was because of Landon.
Eat
Shout out to
I got
Landon.
good
That felt pretty good. Also, I did.
Yeah, she did an SOP for taking pictures for like side, front.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. That's one I'm asking for.
Shipping. Ben.
It was a little slow yesterday, but first day of the month, we didn't really have the product to get out the door, but hopefully today picks up a little bit.
I'm sure that will change. Robot.
Yesterday we had no production at the robot. Today I have a bumper, tire mounts, and I should have some carriers coming.
Excellent.
Right.
PC.
Powder ran good yesterday. Really no complaints. The only thing I had was some rework that we had to touch up, and powder coat dinner wasn't great. And it's just one thing. Even though we can do recoats is about 65% chance whether it comes out good or not. And these parts just don't come out good at all. So other than that, I mean, if we can get it right the first time, that's the best option.
Okay. Okay, everyone, thank you for your time.
Thank
Back to the job. Good job.
Maybe.